guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at the TheHiShop's UCO Skinny Bumper Case for the iPhone 4. I don't know if they still call it the Skinny Bumper Case or not. It just says the UCO Bumper for the iPhone 4S. But, you know, I like to call it the Skinny Bumper because it's really skinny. They did call it the Skinny Bumper at one point. Really, they did. I know the package says it's for the iPhone 4, but this one is actually for the 4S. I don't have the packaging right here in front of me. Before you guys freak out and you're like, Tone, I thought you weren't getting a 4S, man. What's going on? Holy cow, really? No, I did not get a 4S. But my boss's daughter did. And she was kind enough to let me borrow it for the purposes of this review. This case is not a whole lot different than the UCO the bumper for the iPhone 4, which is this one that I've already reviewed, you know, quite some time ago. It's really not a whole lot different. So I can feel pretty comfortable, and you know, she's used it for a few days. She let me know what she thought of it, and I feel pretty confident in going ahead and reviewing the 4S version. There's really only one major difference. So without further ado, let's get into it. You can pick this up over on the TheHiShop's website. There will of course be a link right down there in the bottom bar for $25.95, I believe is the price. And inside the package, you're of course going to get the Skinny Bumper Case, or the UCO Bumper, for the iPhone 4S, as well as a couple of screen shields, which I've already used out of this package. She didn't bring me the package for the 4S version, so I don't have the screen shields right here in front of me, but you do get a front and back screen shield as well. The TheHiShop's screen shields are probably the second best screen shields that I've used. Those of you who watch my videos for a while will know that I'm a huge fan of SGP screen shields. I just love them. They're the easiest to put on that I've ever seen, and they're great screen shields. But the TheHiShop's are a very close second. They are very, very good screen shields. But installation is a little bit tricky though, since they tend to go right up to the very edge of the glass on the iPhone. They're a little bit tricky to install. Take a little bit longer, a little bit more tricky. But once you get them on, take your time. It's not difficult. Once you get them lined up, take your time, put them on. They're great. So there you go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and pop the Skinny Bumper Case onto the iPhone 4S. See, I keep calling it the Skinny Bumper Case. I know it's the UCO Bumper, but for some reason, I still want to call it the UCO Skinny Bumper Case. I don't really know why, but I want to call it the Skinny Bumper. So there we have the 4S version on the 4S. We'll go ahead and we'll take my iPhone 4 and we'll throw the iPhone 4 version on to the iPhone 4, and we'll go ahead and do a quick little comparison of the two. And I think you guys will not be overly surprised that there's only one main difference. Taking a look at the top, this is again the 4S and this is the 4. Taking a look at the top, you can see they are pretty much identical. The headphone jack is fairly small cutout. It's going to work fine with most of your mobile jacks and that sort of thing, but if you're using oversized headphones or DJ headphones or something like that, you might have a little trouble getting that jack in here, but it's going to work fine for most of your mobile devices anyway. Taking a look at the bottom, you do have 3 separate cutouts for your speaker, your microphone, and your 30-pin dock connector. Pretty much identical to the 4 and 4S version. Not a whole lot of difference there. I can't even see any size difference there at all. They look pretty much identical. So there you go. Moving around here to the side, this is where the main difference is. Right here on the side. Here on the left we have the iPhone 4. Here on the right we have the 4S, as well as the Verizon CDMA version. The real difference here is the vibrate switch placement is slightly lower on the iPhone 4S as it is on the iPhone 4. Now these cases are not interchangeable. You can't use the 4S case on the 4 or the 4 case on the 4S. The cutout is so precise for the vibrate switches that there just simply is not enough room to, you know, use it, vice versa, or versa versa, or whatever. I mean, technically you could take an X-Acto knife and cut that out if you wanted. It would probably work, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the case. So there you go. Cool beans. So there you go. That is pretty much going to do it for my review on the TheHiShop's UCO Skinny Bumper Case. See, there I go again. Skinny Bumper Case for the iPhone 4S. Just as cool as the iPhone 4 version. In fact, I'm kind of glad they didn't really go ahead and change anything with this one. It's a great bumper case already. It's one of my favorite bumpers, actually. Just because, you know, it is so slim fitting on the iPhone. You're not getting a whole lot of protection here, but you're just getting some basic, you know, around the antenna band kind of protection if you happen to drop it, you know, a little bit like that. You know, you're not really going to hurt your phone. Dropping it onto concrete with this on it's probably not a great idea. And I don't know if it would really survive that kind of an impact from 3 or 4 or 5 feet up in the air. But for those of you who like minimalist protection cases, this one is the bumper of choice. Cool beans. There you go, guys. That's pretty much going to do it for my review on the TheHiShop UCO Bumper Case for the iPhone 4. A huge chunk of snow just fell off my window because Fiora and Trista are outside throwing snowballs at each other. Cool beans. Thanks again to the very cool people over at the TheHiShop for sending these out to me for review. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Cool beans. Rock on.